Hello everyone and welcome back. I know your exams are just around the corner. Tension mat lo. We are gonna make this chapter, internal trade, so simple that you'll remember every single point. Ready? Chalo, let's dive right in.
I promise you, with this super quick revision, your business studies exam is going to feel like a total piece of cake. So just relax, okay? Let's learn this together.
Okay, so let's think about your daily life for a second. Imagine this. After school, you're super hungry, and what do? You run down to your neighborhood kirana store, right? And you ask Raju Bhaiya for a packet of chips or maybe your favorite chocolate.
Or maybe it's the weekend and your parents take you to a big supermarket, for the monthly grocery shopping. You're buying everything from soaps to atta there. But have you ever stopped and wondered, how do all these things even get to the store in the first place?
I mean, really think about it. How did that packet of chips travel all the way from some big factory to your small local shop? It's kind of like a secret journey, isn't it? Well, guess what? Today, we are going to uncover that entire secret. It's going to be fun. So, this whole system, this entire journey of buying and selling things inside our country, well, that's what we call internal trade. And you know what? In this story, there are two main heroes, two big players who make it all happen. And they are the wholesaler and the retailer. Let's get to know them a little better, shall we?
So, what exactly is internal trade? The textbook will give you a fancy definition. Something like the buying and selling of goods and services within the boundaries of a nation. But in simple words, what does that mean? It just means anything bought and sold inside India. That's it. No import-export tension, no custom duty drama. Everything is happening right here at home.
Okay, let's trace the journey of that packet of chips. Look here. It all starts with the manufacturer, right there in the factory. From the factory, it goes to the wholesaler. You can imagine their big go-down. Then, from the wholesaler, it reaches the retailer. That's your local shop. And finally, step 4, it comes to you, the happy customer. See? It's a really simple 4-step chain.
So what's the big difference between these two guys, the wholesaler and the retailer? Well, it's all about quantity. It's that simple. A wholesaler, they buy in bulk. I mean, huge quantities. Think of it like buying a whole 50-kilogram sack of rice directly from the mill. But a retailer, they buy in much smaller quantities from that wholesaler. Just like your mom buys, maybe 1 or 2 kilograms of rice for the kitchen. So bulk versus small, that is the absolute key difference.
Some people just call them middlemen, but honestly, I like to call them superheroes. Seriously, because without them, getting anything we want would be so difficult. So let's check out the important jobs they do. Let's look at their superpowers.
All right, first up, the wholesaler's superpowers. For one, they buy in these huge quantities, right? That helps the factories to just keep on producing without worrying. And get this, they bear some pretty big risks, like what if prices fall, or goods get stolen or spoiled? The wholesaler takes that risk. Plus, they often pay the factory in cash, which is a huge financial help. They're also the factory's eyes and ears, giving them market advice on what customers actually want. Super helpful, isn't it?
Okay, now for the retailer's superpowers. These are the ones that help you and me directly. First, they make sure our favorite things are always available, always in stock. They tell us about cool new products that have come in. And the best part? Convenience. Their shops are right near our homes. Plus, they give us a wide selection of brands to choose from, and of course, the credit facility. You know that classic line when your dad tells the shopkeeper, Raju Bhaiya, khate mein likh lo? That right there, that's a retailer's superpower in action.
All right, now that we've met our heroes, what do you say we go on a little virtual tour of the market? There are so many different types of retail shops out there. Let's go explore and see how many you can recognize.
So our first stop is with a special kind of retailer. The ones who don't have a fixed shop. They're always on the move. The textbook name for them is itinerant retailers. It's a fancy word that just means they travel from one place to another. And I bet you see them every single day. The sabziwala shouting in your lane with his thela or handcart, that person selling balloons and toys right outside your school. Yep, those are peddlers and hawkers. They bring stuff right to our doorstep. How convenient is that?
And then, what about that famous Sunday market, or the Shani Bazaar that pops up in your area every week? Well, the people selling there are called market traders. They set up their shops in different places, but on fixed days. And you can find some absolutely amazing deals there.
Okay, so we've seen the retailers on the move.
Now let's talk about the shops that stay in one place. They have a permanent address. These are our fixed shop retailers. And this category is huge. It includes everything from your tiny little corner shop to those giant sprawling malls. Now within these fixed shops, there's a very, very important comparison you need to know for your exams. I call it the big battle. It's the departmental store versus the chain store. So pay close attention to this one, Beta, because this is a super common question.
Okay, let's break this down. Look at a departmental store, like, say, Central or Shoppers Stop. Where is it usually located? Right in the heart of the city, some central place. And what do they sell? A huge variety, everything under one roof. Now think of a chain store, like Bata or Raymond's. They have shops spread out everywhere, in many different localities. But what do they sell? A limited, specialized range of products. Departmental stores also give you lots of extra services, right? Like a food court or credit facilities. Chain stores, very limited services. And finally, pricing. Departmental stores can offer big discounts and sales, but in a chain store, the price is fixed and uniform, no matter which branch you go to.
All right, it's time for the exam corner. Now listen, don't take any tension at all. We've understood the concepts really well, so these questions are going to be super easy for you. Let's just tackle them together, okay?
Okay, here's a very, very important question. I want you to really think about this. What are 3 services a wholesaler provides to a retailer? Come on, think back to the superpowers we just talked about.
Did you get it? Okay, let's see. First, they make goods from all sorts of manufacturers available in one place. Super helpful for the retailer. Second, they provide credit facilities, which is great for their finances. And third, they share the risk by storing all those goods in their godown. You could even mention marketing support or giving specialized knowledge. Just write down any 3 of these points and you'll get full marks. Simple.
Okay, ready for the next one? This is from our big battle round. What is the main difference between a departmental store and a chain store, specifically in terms of their product range?
And the answer is, so simple, you guys. A departmental store sells a wide variety of products. You know the saying, from a pin to an elephant. Whereas a chain store, it deals in a limited line of very specific products, like only shoes or only shirts. That's it. That's the main difference. Easy peasy, right?
So my dear children, I want you to remember this. The journey of every single product you buy, it's the story of trade. It's an amazing story of manufacturers, wholesalers, and retailers, all working together. So next time you go shopping, you'll know the whole secret story behind everything you see. All the very, very best for your exams. I know you are going to do wonderfully. Bye-bye.